Over the decades, Singapore has built an open, dynamic, and resilient economy. We have brought in investments from MNCs from all over the world. And over time, we became a global hub for aviation, shipping, and finance. This gave us access to global markets and to cutting-edge technologies and expertise. With this outward-oriented approach, we were able to create many good jobs for Singaporeans and raise our standards of living. Now, we also have a strong base of Singapore companies that have succeeded, not just regionally, but also globally. But the world is shifting. Singapore's success was built on the back of open markets, and as DPM described, open markets that are now receding and turning inwards. More countries are implementing protectionist measures such as export controls, import restrictions, and investment screening requirements. At the same time, we are facing structural shifts domestically, whether it's the advent of artificial intelligence, the low-carbon transition, or our aging workforce. Our economic strategies for the next 5 years must adapt to this new landscape. Fortunately, we start from a strong foundation. Our core economic strategies remain relevant, but we must be more decisive in pursuing new growth areas, in backing high-potential companies, and to take calculated risks. And this may mean accepting a greater degree of volatility, for example, in economic growth or even in unemployment. But doing so offers us the best chance of taking our economy to a higher level. Committee 1 on Global Competitiveness, which I will co-chair with my good friend, Senior Minister of State Low Yen Ling, will focus on 3 key areas. First, we will strengthen Singapore's competitive advantage so that we remain a compelling destination for new investments. We will identify new growth sectors and take bigger bets in them. And let me explain how we will do so. There are already many industry leaders in Singapore in key sectors such as semiconductors, aerospace, pharmaceuticals, medical technology, and specialty chemicals, amongst many. We have leading companies such as Siemens, Agilent, Applied Materials, and Alcon. We will work with these leading companies to expand their footprints and presence here in Singapore and to work with them to do more new things in new areas. At the same time, given the global context, more MNCs in these sectors are also thinking about relocating their operations, especially high-value ones like R&D and their HQs, to Singapore or to other parts of the world. For these companies, we can and will capitalize on Singapore's reputation as a trusted and reliable investment destination, and we will compete harder to anchor them here. One particular area that we are looking at is advanced manufacturing. There is a resurgence of interest around the world because this is now an area that is clean, is smart, and productive. And the sector is creating high-quality jobs that blend digital and technical skills, which will fit the profile of our future Singapore workforce. Second, we want to support more Singapore companies to become global champions. There is, of course, uncertainty in the global environment for these companies, but there is also opportunity. Beyond key markets like the US and China, we also see growth in India, in Southeast Asia. And we want to support companies that already have significant operations in these markets, companies like Keppel, SATS, ST Engineering, and we will help them to do more. And for some of our other fast-growing companies, companies like Nanofilm and Lucence, we want them to enter, expand in, and deepen their roots in these strategic markets, and we will support them to do so. Third, we will strengthen Singapore as a global hub by capturing new strategic flows such as data and energy. Singapore is already at the center of global flows such as for capital, for goods, as well as for talent. Now, new strategic flows are emerging, such as in high-quality data and low-carbon energy. We must move early to entrench Singapore as a hub for these new flows, and in so doing, strengthen Singapore's position as a strategic node for the global economy. And this may mean making commitments to build infrastructure and capability for these flows ahead of time. Also, we want our companies to be in the center of these flows, and this means supporting them to partner other companies to develop stronger capabilities in these new areas. All these are just some of the topics that Committee 1 will explore. We will consult widely with the with the private sector. This is why for the committee, we have a global representation of senior corporate leaders with deep domain experience and expertise to advise us on the road ahead. The Committee on Global Competitiveness aims to ensure that Singapore stays relevant and stays ahead in this fast-changing world. We will forge new responses for this very different world, building on the foundation that we already have to sustain continued growth in the economy, in good jobs and high real wages to benefit Singaporeans.